Hello. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. How's everybody doing? Hello Neil. Doing okay, thank you. Okay, let's paint a new portrait. Okay, let's see, I got here titanium white, cadmium orange, cadmium red, quinacridone rose, raw umber, and ivy black. Okay, I got bristle brushes. I'm gonna use bristle brushes, and then I got some synthetic brushes for blending. I got this fan brush, synthetic one for the first kind of lawyer drawing and adding a little bit of paint. Okay, I use different brushes. Okay, let's start. Let's see, I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of raw umber. Let's see, this is my space for mixing the colors. You know, I paint on a canvas and I use a portion of the canvas as a palette. Okay, that means that I can place the head here, the head, okay, and top of the head around here. Yeah, I think that's okay, around here. Okay, let's see, I'm squinting and I'm going to draw the overall shape. I keep my eyes squinted. Okay, I got the overall shape. Yeah, something pretty simple. As we can see, you know, it's always easy to use straight lines to draw. Hello Jonas, hello Dita, hello Hajat, hello Ola Rafael, hello Clayton, hello Sekri. Okay. Now I'm going to start with just darker values. Okay. I don't use any medium, just the paint. You know, this raw umber is pretty transparent. It's just easier to spread it. Okay, let's see. I'm squinting down again my eyes, try to see again an overall shape. You know that I love to paint from black and white photographs because I'm free with color, and I use the same colors. I just always think that the skin color is just a knockdown orangey color, and that's the base that I use. And obviously from there I try to get a value scale on my palette. In that way I can get the volume, and as I do that I add colors, reddish colors and greenish colors on the skin. Okay. Hello Eric, hello Ben, hello Peter. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna mix a darker color, not as dark as this one, but let's say that you see the photograph. You know, it's easier to see the light is coming from the right. That's because we have light here, and we have shadow on this area of the face. That means that I'm going to move from the darker values to the lighter values. Okay, it's kind of, there's not kind of a high contrast, like there's a lot of shadow, but I think it's so clear, you know, where's the light is coming from. I'm gonna pick up just raw umber, orange, and the lizard, and quinacridone rose. I need more raw umber. Okay. It's too reddish. I'm gonna get something, another touch of white, a touch of black. I'm gonna knock down the reddish color that I see here. Okay, that's better. Kind of greenish. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just mix colors and try just to put the paint, kind of thinking that this is just a puzzle with smaller pieces, and each piece has a different value. I'm gonna light up this a little bit lighter, just a little bit. More red. Just thinking about squinting down my eyes and thinking about the colors that I'm going to place. I mean, this color, when I'm gonna place it. Okay, I think that's okay. The shadow here, I mean, it's not dark, it shouldn't be that reddish. Okay, you got the picture on the link in the description box. And you know, one thing that is kind of an advantage for me when I work from black and white is because I already have, let's say, some kind of formula, for saying some way, about the skin color. Okay, and I could use it when I paint from a colored picture, or when I paint from a real life model. It's easier because I always go with the same colors at the beginning. Okay, and it's kind of just easier to get to the first stage where I have color, the color that's closer to the skin color, and volume, and then from there I'm trying to make a judgment to get the skin color. You know, because we always try to copy the skin color. The thing is, I recommend, you know, to kind of have always some kind of formula that we could use in order to not just try to copy every detail from the face, like every tiny color. I remember seeing some of my friends trying to mix a color and getting closer to the model's face and doing this with a palette knife, something like that, you know, with the paint here to check out. And I remember at the same time some people just kind of mixing the color on the palette and painting. And obviously they know the skin color. You know, it's just like, it's pretty clear what the skin color is. It's an orangey skin color, knockdown, could be pinkier, yellowish, lighter, darker. But it's just that. We don't need to overthink that too much. Now, obviously, that's for the base. We can just continue adding more and more paint and more colors as we continue painting. Okay, I know, for example, that the nose is more reddish. Put more red here. Here is reddish too on the chin. Nose, chin, eyelids, we have more blood in those areas, and we see that the skin is reddish on those areas. Okay. I'm gonna pick up another brush. I'm gonna make this a little bit pinkier. Yeah, I think this color is better. Okay. I'm gonna pick up another brush. I love to use a lot of brushes. In that way I not clean one brush and then again use it. I just, if I wanna one color like this one, okay, in the next 20 minutes it's gonna be here with this brush. Okay, and then I can just pick up the brush and make a retouch. It's just like having at the end a set of colors. You know, like at least I ended up using like usually 10 brushes. Sometimes it could be even more, but it depends. It depends on the subject. It depends on if I'm planning to use, or maybe let's say I'm painting something that has more than just one face. A few times I have painted, like for example, some flowers, or there are on my channel like a couple of paintings, at least a couple of paintings where I paint a face, a portrait, and I hit a horse. Okay, then in that case, you know, I gotta use more, even more brushes. This combination between cadmium orange and quinacridone rose is pretty nice. You get a really nice color. Okay, now the thing is that it's because of the brand. Okay, if I use a different brand, the color is going to be different. The brand that I use is Rembrandt. Just white. The white is Winton. Okay, I'm gonna blend at some point. Right now, just putting paint. I know this area is reddish. This area is reddish. Okay. Now I'm gonna add more raw umber to knock down this color. For example, here you usually see that the skin color is grayish. It could be kind of greenish. It could be just grayish. Oh, hello Bob. Hello Mervad. Hello Lee. Oh, thank you so much. I got a coffee. You know, I got a link on the description box where you can buy a coffee from me. And I got a coffee from Jody Lynn Williamson. Thank you so much, Jody. You know, money is always welcome. In this case, coffee. Yeah. Because for sure I spend the money on coffee. Okay, we know the reddish areas on the skin. Okay, red, reddish, 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 and the eyelids. All the rest of the skin is just, let's say, this regular orangey, knockdown orangey color. Okay, and we can just knock down even that color a bit more and just move it towards green if we want. If we want, okay, it's up to anyone how much you push that color to one direction or the other direction. The sun is hitting. Look at the sun, just hitting my hand, hitting my table and bouncing back some light here on my canvas. Okay, I can mix just white and cadmium orange, which is kind of, it's pretty yellowish. The cadmium orange from Rembrandt is pretty yellowish. It's pretty good. It could work pretty nice as a highlight. As you can see, if somebody wants to add highlight, a yellowish highlight, we choose temperature here because obviously the photograph is just black and white. We can do whatever we want in terms of temperature. We can even add more colors. One color that if you follow my channel, obviously a lot of you does, there's a color that I love to use. This is chrome green. It's a pretty intense green, pretty saturated green, chrome green. Okay, it's from Winton. I love to mix this with a lot of white, and I use it for some highlights. It creates a nice contrast because obviously it's green and the skin color here is kind of, you see, orangey or reddish or pinky, and that creates a nice contrast. Okay, now if you somebody wants to use this color, just be sure that not to make it too greenish. I'm adding a lot of white here, and when I'm doing this, laying down the paint and moving, I'm mixing the color. Imagine that you pick up this and you put it on top of this, let's say, and you do this, you got a new color. Okay, it's different if you just pick up the paint and lay down a brush stroke and don't touch it, don't move it at all. In that case, pretty sure we're gonna see it on greenish more. Look at the greenish color here. I'm gonna try to zoom in a bit more. Okay, yeah. Obviously, when at this stage, as you see, basically I'm trying to get some values on the face, light, midtones, and shadows. I got some mistakes on values. It's just the first layer. I'm gonna add more paint. I'm gonna blend, okay? At some point I'm gonna blend. I wanna just lay down more paint until I got enough paint, and then I'm gonna start the process of blending. Obviously, I'm not gonna blend to the point that's gonna smooth out completely the surface, because I don't wanna do that. Okay. Oh, I got another coffee. Thank you so much from Eric Withan. Thank you so much, Eric. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Hello, Kundan. Hello, hola, Jorge. Okay, oh, thank you. Hello, Aras. Hello, Jana. Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking about volume right now, I see, and I see the face. It looks kind of flat. I see the reddish color. I got, let's say, a skin color. This could be any skin color. But as it goes to the contour here, I need to darken up to make it just rounded, the same way that it goes to this side of the face. Okay, let me see if this color could work. No. Okay, maybe this is too dark, but I'm thinking about mixing the color here on the painting. Look at that. I can do this, and I got a new color, a darker one, that I think that's going to be pretty useful to get a soft edge and to get some transition here. Okay, I clean the brush, because this brush, it was for a darker color. Pick up a darker color and put it here. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes. Again, when we squint down, is because we want to see value differences. Okay, values between midtones, lights, and I compare. Is when we draw, it's not about just copying, or let's say thinking about lines, like using a pencil and try to draw the nose, the eyes. When we think about values, we are copying too, we are drawing too. It just is a different, let's say, approach. But when I'm thinking about that here is darker, I'm drawing at the same time. I'm not using any line or pencil. It's not like a pretty detailed drawing, but definitely I consider this drawing. Okay. Sometimes my brush has a different color, but if I just use the tip of the brush and I pick up another color, okay, I can just use it to lay down maybe a couple of brush strokes, and then I go back to the darker color. There is a rule when we paint about painting the shadows. Okay, is keep shadows transparent and lights pretty thick and opaque. Okay, now it's something that maybe it's not gonna be like pretty easy to like apply that rule on every painting. Okay, but if somebody wants to try it, you know, and sometimes we don't do that, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to get a transparent shadow when the shadow maybe is too dark on the painting. Okay, and obviously to keep a transparent shadow, it means to keep use a transparent pigment, or another option that would be saturate the shadow. Okay. I'm gonna use again. Just 1 second. I got two raw umbers here. One is from Rembrandt. That's the one that I love for painting the skin. And I got another raw umber that's from Winton, which obviously is cheaper. And here is, this is from Winton. Is definitely more, it's thicker than the Rembrandt. It's not that transparent. Okay, and I love this to use it when I'm about to paint hair. For example, look at that. Okay, even if I spread it, it covers more than the Rembrandt. And since obviously it's cheaper, I usually for the hair, or when I want to paint a darker background, I could use the Winton from Rembrandt. And when I want a grayish color, like gray, like a neutral gray, I could use the raw umber from Winton too, because look at this. This is the raw umber from Winton, okay? If I just add white, I got something that looks pretty close to gray, but the gray that we imagine that we got when we mix black and white. You all know that when we mix black and white, we got a gray that's pretty bluish, okay? But when you use this, now, if you use the one from Rembrandt, you don't get that. You get something a bit different. Let me show you this, okay? I don't know if that's visible on the camera. This is kind of greenish, which it makes this color pretty nice for the skin, okay? But this is completely, basically this is gray, a neutral gray. Now remember, this is raw umber from Winton, and this is titanium white from Winton. Different brands, you got different pigments, you got different results. Okay, but that's something pretty nice, because every time that I want a gray that is not bluish, it's not warm, it's just neutral, it's the one that when I was maybe a absolute beginner, I thought, I want a gray, hey, I want to mix black and white, and when I did it, I got, you know, a bluish gray. I say, what? How am I gonna get a neutral gray? This color is pretty good. And since this gray is not, we didn't use black. For the people that don't like using black, we can just mix it with any color and knock down any color, which is pretty good. I use black always because I wanna get the darker value, the same way that I want a lighter value on my painting. I want the darker value to a darker value. For example, here, you know, that's the way I have to judge the values on my painting. But that's a good idea. Always mix it with a little bit of alizarin crimson. You know, I got the illusion of something that this is with a touch of alizarin crimson. It's a bit colorful, even that I don't see it. You know, and even it kind of crispy. Even it looks even blacker, even darker. Which is not true, but I don't know why I got that feeling that when I don't add it, I feel the black is just opaque, just dark, just for me to keep an eye on values, but not for it doesn't add anything. But when I mixed a little bit of alizarin crimson, or maybe ultramarine blue, but it's more with alizarin crimson, you know, kind of a feeling like, hey, that color is pretty nice. You know, it's pure black, but it's not killing. It's not kind of killing the color. You know, it's adding something more. Okay. Let me check out the comments. Oh, hello, Jody. Welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, Cesarte. Hola, Cesarte. Hello, Dajan. you're early today. Oh yeah, yeah, and earlier today, yeah. When you mix your dark colors at the very beginning, how come when you paint lighter colors over it, they don't look like matte? Okay, yeah. Okay, this thing about matte colors, there is no way to avoid for me matte colors. Okay, I don't try to even fight, and I'm pretty sure that so many colors on a painting, on any painting or any portrait, if I pick up, let's say this color is here. Let's see if I see the brush. Where's my brush? Okay, I don't have the brush, but let's say this color here. I think it was this color. No, it wasn't this color. Okay. If I pick up this color here and I lay down a brush stroke here, pretty sure it's gonna look as a muddy color. Pretty sure. Okay. Now I remember this from a lesson that I didn't understand at that time, that I got one of my teachers all the time. He kept telling me like, there's no such thing as muddy colors. I was like, what? My painting is full of muddy colors. No. The thing is that my teacher used to tell me, what happens if you don't know where you're putting the colors? It's just this color is not in the right place. You gotta move it. Maybe it's because temperature, maybe it's because value, but it's not on the right place. And any color that is not in the right place is gonna look different. It's gonna look like it doesn't belong there. It's gonna look muddy. And to be honest, at that time I was younger and I thought like, what the hell? I mean, I don't get it. I didn't get it. Took me a little bit of time to try to understand, because it's something that kind of a concept, but it's not something that obviously you see like on practice all the time. Because first, who's gonna place a color like this on an area that's darker? Okay, now that's one thing. But the thing is that when we start painting, we don't control the values pretty good. And when we don't control the values pretty good, we end up sometimes just thinking, I'm gonna work this area here. On this area here, on the cheek, on the shadow, I see light, midtones, and shadows. And then we pick up and start working there, and we add light, and maybe the light, this is the light that we're using from here. And we mold it, and we guide it, and we think, oh, that's beautiful. And all of a sudden, that's lighter. We don't have shadow anymore. And we're breaking, the values there. We don't respecting values anymore on that area. And that's the first step to get muddy colors. Why? Because those values, those colors doesn't belong to that area. We gotta be sure that no darker color it gets into the lighter area, no lighter color gets into the darker area. Because first, a darker color, it's gonna pollute a lighter color, definitely. And when we work with skin colors, the darker colors are kind of usually brown. It could be reddish, greenish, but it's just simple as brown. There's nothing more. It's just brown. Okay, and if you mix brown with any color, you're gonna just pollute that color. Maybe somebody's trying to keep the color pretty clean, the skin color, the color that you want to add to the cheeks pretty clean, let's say, and all of a sudden you got a little bit of the color on the shadows. Another thing that I learned to, let's say, as a way to avoid these colors get into each other, is using different brushes. Okay, in that way, I'm not gonna use the same brush that I'm using for this area here. That means that there's no way that this color that I got here got into this area. I'm gonna use a different brush, and let's say that in that way I keep one color's cleaner than the others in some way, because they don't get in touch with the other ones. The same that happens on the palette. Okay, if I make a mess on my palette, like mixing this one with this one and this one with this one, we're not gonna see a difference. I'm not gonna see a difference between values and colors. And another thing that's gonna happen that we need practice. With practice, we're starting to see more. We're starting to understand what happens. I don't know if this explanation is useful, but for me, pretty sure it wasn't. I gotta say, it wasn't when I was studying art in the School of Art here in Peru. It wasn't. It was like my teacher was speaking in Chinese, like, to know, no way, and I was like, impossible for me to get the attention sometimes in what he was saying when I was dealing with an eye that it was a little bit down or up. It wasn't on the right position, or the nose, it was crooked, or anything on the face, it wasn't okay. And then on top of that, I didn't get the skin color because I was always trying to copy the skin color from the model's face. And I was frustrated that I didn't get the skin color. And when my teacher used to tell me, all of them usually, got the same information. Like, hey, it's not about the color, get closer to the color, but be careful about values. Pay attention to values. And was like, what the hell with values? I don't care about values. I don't get the skin color. Who cares about values when we don't get the skin color, when the color is not okay, when the drawing maybe is getting into the way that it is distracting you too much. But the thing is that with time, I started to kind of understand that first values and then color. Okay? I'm saying that because I assume that so many people maybe don't get it the same way I didn't get it when I got that explanation from one of my teachers. Who knows? Anyway, sorry if I'm misconfusing you all even more. Kid is saying, I really appreciate you keep up. Oh, thank you. And also an artist and 19 years old. Oh, wow. Oh, Dita, welcome back. Okay, hello, Mila. Sorry, I don't understand the comment. Hello, Rage. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, very good. You are very good to explain. Good job. Oh, wow, thank you. Khalid is saying, I hope you have a live on TikTok. Okay, I think I have TikTok. Hello, keep it creative. Okay, what's the plan? They say it seems out of place. Yeah, I mean, black. Oh, yeah. Slowly, this is slower process. Okay, I think I have a TikTok account. And I think I have it because of my wife, I think. But I don't even use it. I don't use it. I mean, I should, yeah, for sure, but I don't use it. Okay, and softening a bit, everything a little bit. I'm pretty consistent about the use of my tools. From time to time, I change the tools. Let's say I change the brushes, okay? But now this is a round, pointy brush that I use it, especially when it's like this. Look at this, And I got so many of the same brand. All of them are just pretty pointy at the beginning, and then they got at this stage. I have to clean this one. But they become the really nice brushes for blending. Look at that. And I got different sizes depending on the size of the paint. Clean the brush. I keep doing the videos on YouTube and on Facebook and Twitch but TikTok I was just listening to somebody just saying that, telling me like, oh, you should kind of do something on TikTok. Too many things to do. Anyway, thank you for the suggestion. I'm blending a little bit. Now that I'm blending, start thinking about edges. Everything is softer on the face, smooth out here and there. It doesn't matter how much paint you add. Obviously, not too much. We're gonna be able always to blend it. Maybe sometimes more, because you got like a lot of paint. Obviously, that's gonna be so difficult for blending. Checking with the same brush, kind of pick up a little bit of pink, a little bit of greenish color. I can clean the brush. Okay. Let's see. Let's start thinking about edges. Okay. There's gonna be some areas that we need sharp edges. We need the contrast between soft and sharp edges. For example, here I would love to soften this a lot. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up a smaller brush, number 0. Okay, I'll pick up a little bit of this color, and I can just have a sharp edge there and blend it again. Okay. At first I made everything smooth, make it that sharp. Okay, I can do the same here. No, this thing about edges is something that we need to practice, because on a portrait, on a face, is kind of we can just pick up, sharpen some edges on the same spots. Like for example, I can pick up, sharpen this edge here. Okay, and it could work in a way that could make the nose pop. Okay, which is different from the photograph, because on the photograph we don't see that edge. Okay, the same way that I did it on the mouth. I did it on the mouth. Got the mouth here, sharp and soft here, soft here. I could work here thinking about the same, like keeping a little bit sharper. You know that I got lessons on Patreon. On Patreon, I keep saying to my patrons that there are things that we do on painting that we don't see on the picture. These are the things. If you check out the photograph, you're not gonna see a sharp edge, maybe a darker spot here, but you're not gonna see an edge like this on the picture. Okay, this makes this even more difficult, because we deal with things that we don't see. When we don't see something and we see a painter doing things that we don't see on the picture, that means that we don't have anything to relate or to compare anymore. That means that basically we are seeing somebody just thinking, and it's his own way about edges, about contrast, and thinking about what's gonna work on the painting more than if the painting is gonna look exactly like the photograph. Okay. For example, for the eye, here, this is something that is pretty common on classical painters like Rembrandt, for example, that you're gonna see like the eye is pretty soft, almost no detail, kind of lost, and sometimes the eyes on the shadow area of the face on a Rembrandt's painting is basically nothing. It's just insinuation. And let's say there's something like this, and then, I mean, it's not like this, obviously. And you add a highlight, you add a sharp edge, maybe here, and a tiny sharp edge here. And then obviously with all more adjustments, we get away with something that looks like an eye, a soft, natural eye, but not like this, not yet, obviously not yet. Okay, I need more work to do here. But the thing is that if somebody studied those paintings, you're gonna see things like that. Okay? Like how those masters manipulate the information of the face, let's say details, how on those master paintings knew how to kind of create more by painting less. What I mean by painting less is that sometimes we don't see detail in the painting, but if from distance we see something amazing, that it's just something natural, it's just something real, it's something like an eye or anything, but we don't see that when we got really close. And that's kind of the result of a lot of experience and knowing where to lay down the brush strokes to create that effect. You know, it's something that I keep practicing all the time, but I don't do that for every painting. Sometimes I just want to copy the photograph because I love the photograph the way it is, and just want to copy it. And sometimes I got this thing into me that it says, oh, I want to paint something like a photograph, something pretty realistically, hyperrealism. Sometimes we all got the same, you know, motivation. When I see a painter that paints like that, I think, oh my God, I want to do something like that. And then when I see again a Rembrandt's painting, a Velázquez painting, Sargent's painting, I think, oh wow, I want that. I want that natural look. I got too much light here. Need to I was blending the forehead pretty nicely. Everything was pretty good. But if the value is not good, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you try, you work, how much the color is perfect. You gotta fix it. Okay. And if you need to paint over, you're gonna need to paint over. Start over again. Okay, I'm gonna paint a little bit of the jacket in the background. I don't know what color for the background. I see a light color on the photograph. Okay. Okay, hola Socrates, the cab driver. Hello, hola Pili Martinez. Hello, Verghese. Do you know about the golden theory? Do you mean about composition? Yeah, I know. Verghese saying, how many years do you spend to be a professional artist? Hello, Tobias. I studied for 6 years when I was obviously on my 20s. I'm on my 50s now. I studied for 6 years. I painted portrait, when I was a student for the School of Art for 2 years. Yeah, but uh, I still practicing, I still learning. I just do the same that you will do, I think. Check out YouTube videos from different painters and trying to learn something new every day. It's not like there is secrets because I think all the information is out there on books. We just I love to see how painters they are able to manipulate that information in a different way and they create something different or at least a bit different, enough different to make it just like wow, thinking that you know got a different feeling, a different how to say that, I don't know, different emotional response on me when I see some painters painting realism, but I know something is different. Okay. I need to paint the background. Any suggestion about the color of the background? Somebody, any suggestion about the color? Anyone? Greenish gray. Oh, thank you, Diego. Greenish gray. Oh, I don't like it. Anyone else? Okay, first, I don't want just one color, yeah? And I could make it darker on top. Let's say here, maybe here it could work for me. Kind of fade the hair with the background. Okay, yeah, that's one thing. Okay, here and here, maybe I could get the color from this area into the hair, let's say, and kind of get something soft there. Here, the same here, sharp, something sharp here, like some light is getting here on the background. Okay, what is maybe here too, kind of a sharp edge. Yeah. Now that's about values, about edges, about color. No, some simple choice for the background that would be just like light blue, light grayish blue, greenish too. I mean, a knockdown color or something colorful too. If imagine the guy got something yellowish here and I spread this color on the face. Okay, well. There are many options. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this raw umber. I'm gonna make it grayish. Okay, and just I don't want to use too much paint. And maybe I'm gonna change this later. Okay, let's say that. Let's say that I can just keep a sharp edge here. Okay, this is kind of soft, lost here too. Okay. Okay, here and here that would be the same. A sharp edge here. I see some here, but let's make it just a sharp edge. Here it's just lost. Okay, what color here? Okay, what about, I don't know, kind of yellowish. Okay, there. Yeah. Okay, I need to step back a little bit. Yeah, I need a sharp edge here, I think. And let me think. Okay, since I'm painting here, look at the logo. I got my Patreon. I got a Patreon account. Oh, and one thing about my Patreon account, I got, the lower tier on my Patreon account is $4. For $4, we paint Saturdays. We paint landscapes, animal, still life, a lot of things. And it's just, if you go and check out my Patreon, you're gonna see that I open up a free, 7 trial. I mean, it's free. You get there, you join my Patreon. You're gonna have access to that tier for a week, for free. And then you obviously, if you want to continue, you pay. If you don't, you just cancel your account. Kind of, I like it. Everything grayish. A little bit of color on the face, a bit of color on the jacket. I think it's a nice combination. I'll make it here a bit dark, just here. And another thing, that for $9, you get access to kind of 300 videos on my Patreon account. Oh, hello. Oh, John is saying, oh, I got more suggestions. I didn't read it. Mervat was saying greenish. Verkate was saying blue, black, or magenta. John is saying, what about bluish on top and a bit of reddish on the side? Oh, thank you. The Jan was saying, thank you for your explanation in regards to mixing dark and light colors. It's knowledge, practice, and don't give up. Oh, yeah. And obviously, always that. Don't give up. Hello, Ruby. Jody was saying reddish. Oh, reddish. I didn't read it. Thank you, Steve, saying Patreon is great. Jonas is asking, is it possible to create a painterly portrait with perfect blending rather than with bold brush strokes? Or is it only achieved with big brush strokes? Supposed to create painterly a portrait, perfect blending. Yeah, I think kind of difficult to say. You know what? I think is that there are a lot of options with oil paints. About, I have seen some, came to my mind paintings that I have seen that they have like a really loose brush strokes, like 80% of the painting, and then like just the face and all the mess is just there, pretty realistic. It's kind of a nice contrast, a nice combination. And so many things, okay? It's difficult to say. And when you got to see digital painting, there's even more options. More options. Okay, let me. At the end, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Usually, when I see something, if I like it, I just enjoy what I'm seeing. Always thinking about how to get something similar sometimes, like the style, the brush strokes, and all of that. But I cannot say what is better or how to get something with so many options out there. But something does, clear that we can get a lot of things done with brushes and oil paint. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna lay down here a sharp edge. And then soft here. We need a little bit of red on the ear. A little bit of a greenish color. If you want to make it even greenish, you add a touch of cadmium orange or cadmium yellow. Okay, what about here? I can make it everything just soft, blurry. Okay, I have a sharp edge here. Okay, now at the same time I can just have a sharp edge on the nose. Here. And then I blend it as it go to the top. Let's see. Okay, mixing raw umber and kind of creating rolls. I'm gonna have a sharp edge here. I want this to pop. Obviously, we want always the nose to pop forward. That's why we add a sharp edge on the nose. That's why we add more color to the nose. Let's say that here's a little bit of light, but we gotta knock down this color. It gotta be lighter, but not as colorful as the color on the nose. Even that the difference is too subtle, you gotta keep a difference there, a little bit. Like I said before, imagine that we're painting a puzzle, so many pieces, and each piece is a bit different in color, a bit different in saturation, okay, a bit different on edges. You gotta find its right position on the face. I'm gonna read some questions in a minute. Okay, need to step back and check out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I know that maybe for most people they want to practice copying the color from the photograph. But you know what? That's why I think this is a good practice. Is because when you don't copy from anything, that means that you gotta look in your knowledge the colors, and you're gonna realize how much you know about the skin color when basically you're just seeing the color just taking form on the painting. Keep order on the palette, on the value scale. Okay, like I have here, lighter colors here, darker colors here. I always try to keep an order on my palette. Sometimes at the end is kind of messy, but at the very beginning I always try to keep this order between the values. And okay, and that's gonna be a nice practice, a good practice for everybody, I think. For me, I love it, obviously, and the things that I'm saying, about this is reddish, this is because I know about the skin colors, about know the variation of the skin, where is more greenish, where is more reddish. There are things that we don't see in the picture. Okay, and by the way, we don't see a lot of things on the picture, and sometimes we don't paint a lot of things that we see, and sometimes we paint things that we don't see on any picture. And I think that's the more beautiful about. I mean, that's what I see when I see a painting on a museum, you know, or when I see a painting of Sargent's painting. I know that some touch-ups on the painting just kind of came out from the knowledge, Sargent knowledge, not from something that he saw on the image. How you got to that stage, the knowledge that's gonna be enough just to use it, and not in end not what you see in front of your eyes. It's like at some point the master's paintings kind of ignore what they see in some areas, let's say, and replace that with things or brush strokes or edges or colors or values, I don't know, that they know they're going to create more volume, or at least the effect of volume. Yesterday I was speaking just with one of my patrons about Velasquez. She lives in Spain, and she has seen a lot of Velasquez paintings, and she's like amazed all the time how Velasquez painting looks so vivid and so amazing from a distance. And when she got closer, she can see brush strokes, and sometimes she don't see even details that she thought they were there when she was watching the painting from a distance. That's the beauty about that. Is one thing that I think every portrait painter wants to achieve, to control, to tame. I don't know. Need more light here. What do you prefer? Some brush strokes like that, or I should blend it, or just something in between, like with some brush strokes. It's no the what I paint. One way or the other. I have the same doubt now. What I would love more, this or blend it, or see the brush strokes. Okay. Oh, Mervad is saying yellow is my favorite color, but in portrait I'd avoid it. It brings the eyes to him, bright firework. And the left eye, I think, is make it be a little taller. Oh, thank you. Okay, okay, okay. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you. Oh, Mervad is saying I suggest a yellow, not only gray on the forehead. Oh yeah, a little bit of yellow. It could be. Thank you. Sylvie saying I prefer to blend it a little bit. Jonas is saying I like those brush strokes. Leave some brush strokes here and there. Jana Drago is saying blending. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, just thinking what to do right now. Thinking what I love, and and at the same time, I gotta check out the drawing. I'm gonna move the eyebrow. I think this I moved the eyebrow too much. Too up, and something the eye. Yeah, I gotta move this eye. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking it was Vermont. She told me about moving this eye a little bit down. She was right. I'm gonna move the eyebrow a little bit down. Okay. Yeah. A little bit of green here, a little bit of green here. Now I see some teeth. I see a couple of teeth. Oh, that's pretty tricky always. Maybe I should paint just her mouth closed. Make the lower lip a little bit thicker. Okay. About what I see on the mouth here, I'm just going to insinuate a little bit, okay? I don't want to paint details there. Okay. Let's see if I blend this a bit more. Blend this a bit more. I blend and clean the brush. I keep blending and cleaning the brush every second. Every time I blend a little bit, I clean the brush. I got paper towel on my head all the time, on my left hand. Okay. Now I think I'm going to knock down the red here. It's kind of too much red, or move it down or knock it down. Okay. The Jana is saying, I've learned so much from that now. I actually have a student myself. Oh, thank you. The Jan is saying, I love blending more. But from 6 feet away, hard brush strokes hardly show. Depends on the artist and judges. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What can I say? You know, if you check out my channel, you'll check out my channel, you know that I usually blend a lot. Everybody could say that I love blended more than brush strokes. But I love both. I don't know, but I know why at the end I always end up blending. Yeah. Anyway, obviously the best thing is to have balance things out. You know, if somebody wants to, let's say, see a lot of brush strokes, I would tell you try to keep some areas just soft, smooth out some areas. In that way, I think that's gonna kind of create a nice effect between the contrast between brush strokes and soft edges or soft areas on the painting. But another thing that has to do this is just what you like, what each person just like, and that's personal. You know. For me as a painter, just tried. I should try to always get something new. It's kind of difficult when we paint just one subject that I basically spend my time painting portraits. That's difficult to say that, what I'm gonna try. Anyway. A little bit of light here. I still need to work on some details before thinking about what to do here with the brush strokes or anything more. I could say that it doesn't matter how you finish up, how anyone finish up a painting, loose or just bold brush stroke. The important thing is that you like it. You know? Because at the end, I mean, we all love paintings. We all love more one style than other, one way or other. But it's not like we don't like one another styles. It's just about what we like more ones than other styles, or way to apply the paint. But it's not like we hate when it's applied in a different way. No, there's no hate here. I'm gonna get this color into the eye. Okay, another thing that I want to do is here on the background, I'm going to have another sharp edge here, a little bit here. Okay, for here it has to be black. Maybe here too, but not sure yet. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Hello, Lily. Sake blue saying I like the traces of light blade strokes give. Did I say I also like the blending more than the thick paint? Interesting. Hello, Astrid Miri. Okay, okay, let's continue paint. Okay, I was thinking about the color here. Yeah? It's too reddish, I think. I gotta do something there. I need more umber. Not too much. Okay, a little bit of pure red. Here, a little bit of pure orange, just a touch, okay, just a touch. Okay, green, a touch. Gotta be careful with these touches, okay? Otherwise, they're gonna look like just green, red, just subtle touches. An accent here. This highlight is too bright on the nose. There. Okay. Yeah, the reddish touch of the face is just too much, I think, this one. Unless I add more red, for example, the mouth. Yeah, in that way I can make it just, harmonize. Okay, no teeth, no tooth. I don't want to complicate myself with more things here when I got enough with the face. Okay. Pure black here, the pupil, pure black here, or where I see the eyelashes. Okay. Okay. I'm just making sharp that edge. It's not completely sharp, okay? I'm making that sharp to make it just pop. Knocking down this pinky to add light here, but I don't want this light to be too colorful. A little bit of light on the shadow side of the face. Maybe a little bit of red. Some grayish color for the eye. Look at that. I love it. Oh, let's see some questions here. Uh, just eight. Just is saying, can you please paint Mariah Carey? Carey? Okay, I will. Hey, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up. Don't forget, please, to press the like button. You used green. The part I used blue or purple. Did the same blue or purple? Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I have used sometimes blue and purple, and it works pretty good. Yeah, definitely works pretty good. Yeah. Okay. One thing here, I need to. I'm gonna make this a bit warmer. Not much paint. Okay, I think this is enough to make the nose pop. I made a mistake here. This red is just, I don't see the nostril. I painted this red here. Where is the nostril? On top of the nostril, let's see. Okay, now that's better. Perfect light. Okay, that's good, that's good. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that's good. I like it. Just like it. Try to keep a sharp edge here. Okay. So difficult to keep it. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit. Just a bit, okay? Because I love the brush strokes, so I'm gonna keep them. Just some areas, for example here, where I'm gonna see the eye is rounded. I'm gonna feel that, that this is rounded. Okay, okay. A little bit rounded here too. Okay, 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 okay. Let's blend here. There. Okay, trying to just break up this edge on the nose. Okay, that's good that the edge is sharp here. Yeah, here is sharp. Stops there. I softened here. Then let's say it's soft there, and then continue sharp up here. And then it's soft. Okay. I need the fan brush. I lay down a brush stroke like this, and I clean the brush. Clean the brush again. Okay, what about here? A little bit of white. This portion is aligned with the bottom, the let's say the end of the eyebrow. Yeah, here. Okay, I can just have here a soft edge here, make it even softer. This softer. Okay, and here a sharp edge, and then soft here, kind of lost. Okay. Okay, now yellow. I need some yellow to add some brush strokes here on the. I got this chrome yellow from Winton. Okay. Oh, just saying. Don't forget her teeth. No, I'm not gonna paint her teeth. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Michael. No, yes. If I try to paint the teeth, I could be here 1 more hour. I could be here 1 more hour. I mean, it's been almost 2 hours. Yeah, usually I paint from 2 to 3 hours. I got plenty of time to stay here. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, I was thinking. Oh, I got lost. Okay. Oh, I was working here. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of yellow here. Maybe more saturated. Okay, let's see. Let's put it here. The more I see that I need to add more here. It looks like it goes like that and then goes up. Okay, let's go back to the face. I need to make this more rounded. It's kind of flat here. This is rounded. I'm gonna narrow her nose a little bit. Okay. Yep. A little bit of light here. Okay. Let's see, just thinking right now, thinking. Maybe, you know what, maybe I should make this edge sharp. Okay. And soften this one. Okay, now I gotta check out. I got contrast. I think I got too much, like light, glowing everywhere. You know what? I'm gonna just knock down this one. Here is just like thinking about composition. It's not about thinking. It's not about copying. Okay, it's just think how it looks. The painting as a whole, as a unity. Where I'm gonna go my eyes when I see the painting, to the background, to 1, 2, 3. You know what? I think this is better. In that way, my eyes basically just stay here, and kind of they are framed, by this and this, and nothing more. Okay, I need to work on an accent just here, you know, some dark, just to get some shape, some form here, because everything is flat here. Something simple, just like that. Let's see. I don't like this color, but anyway. Okay, and I just keep it there. Okay, let's see. I got light. You know, all the lights are not the same, obviously. Remember, we have to remember that there is usually a latest light. Which is the latest light? Where are the highlights? This one, I think, is the highlight. Okay. What is that we see that maybe is kind of that we feel that we gotta fix something? About drawing, I think everything is okay. Thank you. That somebody suggested me. I think it was Vermont to move this eye a little bit down. I did it. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Now, what else? Okay, sharp edge, contrast, sharp edge, contrast. I'm trying to balance things out here, okay? Now, I think that the painting is just, it's not just a face, it's everything that's here, that's working together, you know, to see the whole painting and get the illusion that it's something real first, you know, but obviously it's not a copy from exactly copy. It got this kind of magic that we all got when we paint, because it's realism, but the magic happens when, you know, we see brush strokes, we know that, you know, it's done by hand. And we can feel it when we see the brush strokes. Sorry. Oh, I gotta paint the ear. Okay, hello, darling. 1997 is saying hello, Renzo. Oh, love your style. Hello, Mary. Hello, Michael. Okay, I'm gonna paint the ear. Okay, I compare. Yeah, that's good. I think I gotta move the hair a little bit up, a little bit to the left. No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Oh, Mary saying was a medium used to make the painting thick. Oh no, no, I haven't used any medium. Just the paint directly from the tube. Not even for the background. You know what happens that I don't have linseed oil. I gotta go to buy some linseed oil. Thinking about the highlight on the eye. You know that it's kind of I'm softening the eye a lot. I wanna just make a close up. Okay, I painted some detail here on the eye. Okay, and I went with a brush stroke on top. Basically, I have erased what I painted. You know, I'm trying to get some softness here. I like what I see right now. I got just a doubt just about making the white of the eye a bit lighter. Okay, and when I get closer to my painting, really close, I see and I think for sure that I gotta light up that the white of the eye. Definitely, you know, when I just step step back a bit, I think it's good. I think I shouldn't do anything. Just keep it there. Now, definitely when you don't have detail, you have something like what I'm trying to get here. This is gonna work better from a distance. As soon as we get closer, you know, we see that a lot of things are missing there. There is no tear duct. Okay, there is not a sharp edge on the iris. There is just a sharp edge up on the eyelid, and just on this area where obviously to make that pop, in this soft to make that recede. Okay. Now, another thing is about the eyes. Okay. Okay, I could pick up black, pure black, and work on with pure black here on this eye too. Okay, that value you see is darker. It's gonna make the eye pop. Okay, now you gotta think that's what you want, or do you wanna keep it just like, you know, or maybe something in between. That's the tricky part about, because I wanna add a little bit of a darker value, a little bit of contrast, but not enough to make that eye pop. I wanna keep it on a shadow. You know, I wanna keep it soft, no detail. And here I can just add a sharp edge. I did it before, but it's gone. I gotta just add it again. That contrast in sharp edge, you know, with that I got intention to make the nose pop. Okay, just there. Now you see that this edge continued down here, and then I break the edge here, because I don't want the nose that looks like it has a line around all the nose, but I'm not so sure yet if I keep it like that, or you know, or maybe I'm gonna do it. Okay, what I'm thinking, I gotta see it again. Do something like this, like make it sharp here. That works. Maybe it works now. Not so sure yet. You know, these things, some things start to work, but it depends not just on the nose. It depends on the whole painting. It depends on how the edges are just not there, on the mouth, on the nostril. Okay. Okay. Now what about here? Here everything look kind of flat. I don't want to see the edge of the mouth, okay? I don't want to see the corner of the mouth. I want to keep it this soft, lost. If you see the mouth, you don't see like detail there. Okay, I need black, pure black again. I need a darker value here. I need a darker value here. A little bit of alizarin crimson. Sorry, Kainokridon rose. That's the color I'm using. Okay, that's too sharp. I think I ended up moving the chain a little bit up. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta move it down. Okay. Now let's say that I'm going to soften the edge here. Okay. Now black for a little bit of alizarin creams as Kainokridon rose. Sorry, keep yes this mistake. Sharp edge. Okay. What about this? Okay, what time is it? I need some few touch-ups, maybe 10 more minutes. Adding a little bit of color here and there, some accents. Okay. Oh, Mary, suggestion: need more back of the yellow shirt. It goes under here, ear canal. Oh, let me check out. Okay. Okay. Almost done. More green here, a little bit of green. Then just next to the reddish color here, the pinky color that I got on the chin. I think I need to make it this a little bit more rounded. Family sending me messages to go to eat. I think that maybe you didn't hear my cell phone, but I was usually it's been I've been getting messages like you're done, let's go to eat. I added a little bit of red. I don't know if you can see here. Oh, it's pretty clear, eh? Just to add some color on the shadow. I added here too. I wanna put it again. A little bit there. Above the ear, I'm gonna add just more hair. Okay, let's get closer again. Oh, Mary saying happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta say that happy Thanksgiving to everybody, to all my patrons, my friends that live in USA. Today's special day. Yeah. Wish you all the best. Thank you, Mary. Mary saying nice harmony of colors. Okay, I think I'm almost done, yeah? Okay. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Oh my God, I was working here and I forgot I left the camera. You know, I forget that I zoomed in the camera. Okay, that's it for today. Yeah, don't forget, please, to press the like button. Thank you so much for the coffees. Okay, I got 3 coffees today. Wow, really appreciate it. And see you next week. I'm just gonna take just a couple of minutes to. Oh, thank you, Aras. Couple of minutes just to check out. There's one thing that maybe I'm going to do at the last minute, but I just wanna wait just 1 minute to see. It's basically soften this here, just that. I love the texture here, but here it kind of I don't know. Sometimes we got or we keep the eyes in one area and keep watching that and thinking that kind of grows on in my imagination that something is wrong there. I gotta fix something. Mixing chrome yellow with white. I'm gonna just a touch here, okay? Maybe we don't see it, but definitely it's doing something there. It's making that highlight glow a bit more. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna soften this. Mm-hmm. Hey, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Chris saying, let's paint hamburgers on Saturday. Oh, well, why not, eh? Okay, just that. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And okay, that's it for today. Yeah, taking just a couple of minutes to check out and squinting and comparing. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it. Take care, everybody. Bye. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not painting hamburgers? Hamburgers on Saturday. That's a suggestion for Saturday from one of my patrons, Chris Harvey. Chris Harvey. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you next week.